Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another stale movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Dead Girl. This movie was suggested to me by one of y'all, Kristen Kaplinger. Thank you for your suggestion. You can always leave suggestions for me in the comments of any video. So Dead Girl follows two high school boys who, while stalking around their local abandoned mental hospital, they discover an imprisoned woman who cannot die. So I'm so sorry, Kristen, but the only thing I liked about this movie was that it did elicit emotion from me, and you know, it's a good movie to discuss, and it definitely gives you a lot to discuss. You know, it gives you a lot to talk about, and it's definitely hard to watch. Just for me, I found the characters to be super unbelievable. Well, really just one character to be really unbelievable, and that was JT. So he's one of the two high school boys that discover the girl in the basement. I guess it should be said, if you haven't watched this movie, basically what happens when the boys discover this body. JT kind of suggests they keep her there for their own personal pleasure, you know what I mean? And the movie is mostly about Ricky, who's kind of like grappling with the idea that his friend has, you know, decided to keep this human, or maybe somebody who was once a human, in the basement as his personal fuck doll, just because she can't die. So like, you know, they feel like she's less than human. Okay, anyways, now moving on. So JT's character is really fucked up, and you kind of don't know why. And I mean, I feel like they kind of hint at he's like the badder of the two boys at the beginning of the movie. But as soon as they like discover the girl, like he kind of immediately jumps to that like, well, why don't we keep her here sort of thing? Like, why do we have to, you know, like set her free or anything like that? And I don't know, I feel like that was just like a really fucked up decision to make without any context as to why. Like, why is he so messed up? And he's not even the main character, so we see more of Ricky's home life than we do JT's. So we really don't know why he's making this decision, and I just feel like it's really messed up. And I needed some sort of explanation as to why he chose to do that. And on top of that, there's no explanation as to how the dead girl got there, why she is the way she is. Is she a zombie? Is she a demon? What is she? And the only reason I had a problem with that is because I feel like they didn't explain why all of our male characters are so messed up. So I feel like I needed explanation for something. I would be okay with not knowing how Dead Girl got there if, you know, our other characters were, you know, explained better. I found the dialogue to be pretty bad. And the only thing I found like weird about it was I feel like, especially when Ricky is talking, like every other line when he is talking to JT, he feels the need to say JT's name. Like, you know what I mean? So every time he's talking, it's either like JT, blah, 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 or blah, 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 JT, like every line. It's almost like the writer thought that we would maybe forget what our characters' names were, so they felt the need to make sure they're reiterating the character names like in every single line that they say. It was really annoying, and nobody talks like that. I viewed it as like a commentary or a metaphor for how women are treated just in general in society, as objects. We only have really two female characters in this movie. We have our dead girl, and we have Joanne, who is the girl that our main character Ricky is pining for throughout the whole movie. But she's taken by this like jock douchebag guy. And both women are treated like objects very much. Obviously the dead girl is treated like an object for obvious reasons. They discover that she's not quite human, so she's treated as less than, and is, like I said, this fuck doll for all these fucked up teenage boys. And then we have Joanne, who is the object of Ricky's gaze throughout the movie. So he's constantly watching her, constantly trying to, you know, win her over, trying to make her see that her boyfriend's a douche. And then we have her boyfriend, who every time he catches Ricky looking at her. He feels the need to go all macho and beat up on Ricky for looking at his woman, sort of thing. So they're very much treated like objects throughout the movie, and I think that was, like, to me, that was the whole point of the movie. That was the message of the movie, and that's why all the male characters were so fucked up, and why they were so, like, easily persuaded to take part in, you know, raping this girl that's in the basement of this mental hospital. It's peer pressure, and they're men, so they're awful. I just feel like that was the message of the movie. But, and I'm gonna spoil the end here, the problem I have with it is that, like, there's, like, they offer no solution to the problem. Like, really what happens is Joanne gets caught up in all of this. She ends up getting fatally hurt and gets turned into a dead girl herself. The original dead girl manages to escape the mental hospital. So we don't know what happens to her. She just escapes. And we know that Joanne is, you know, we think she's dead. And then at the very, very end of the movie, everyone else is dead. All of Ricky's friends are dead. And we see Ricky in school, and he looks much cleaner cut, like he's wearing nicer, cleaner clothes. He's happy, he's smiling, and he leaves school, and it seems like he's happy, he's going somewhere. And then we realize he's going back to the mental hospital. And then it just cuts to the basement, and we see it's all done up with pretty lights and candles and stuff, and we see Joanne lying on the table or that bed or whatever, the gurney, strapped down, and she opens her eyes, and we see that she is the dead girl, and Ricky is keeping her down there for himself. So basically, you know, the whole movie he's fighting this idea of keeping the dead girl in the basement. He feels like it's wrong, and he's grappling with this, and then ends up perpetuating it just because his love interest is now a dead girl, and he can take advantage of her in that way because she didn't love him, and she was never gonna be with him otherwise. And I don't know, I had a problem with it because I just felt it was like, I don't know, it was like for the whole movie to culminate to that, it was just like very depressing, really. It's just like, so nothing changed, you know, it's just gonna perpetuate. So even though one dead girl escaped, another one is just gonna take her place. And I don't know, I just had a problem with that. It was like, what was the point of the movie then? Nothing changed. We didn't offer anything on the situation of women being treated like objects or something. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't view it with that metaphor in mind or something, I don't know. So was Dead Girl worth it? Not for me. It was not for me. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. I didn't enjoy it. Technically, it was, you know, it was a well-made movie. It looked good. It wasn't for me. On IMDb, it has a 5.7 out of 10, and on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 29% critic score and a 40% audience score. Nothing on Roger Ebert. I was able to watch it on Amazon Video, so I'll leave an affiliate link in the description box if you want to check it out. If you've seen Dead Girl, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. As always, you can find me in all the normal social media places. The links for those are in the description box. You can also find me on my blog at nightmaremaven.com, on morbidlybeautiful.com as a contributing writer, and on their YouTube channel now also, and on patreon.com/nightmaremaven if you want to check that out and support my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!